The government owes us about 100 billion now. About 100 billion.
Let us conduct a study. The arrears here are from the guys who have not paid money. Are hospitals. Hospitals. Plano security. State House, Mr. Museveni must pay. But our focus as Parliament worldwide is that hospitals and security installation, their budget for service facility, water and power is consolidated. And Chairperson Committee of Finance, let's pick the budget of these institutions. Pick it and put it to National Water. The work of National Water is to provide the service. What we need to do, Mr. MD, you need to give us a report. What's the cubic volume of water that Kaberemaido Hospital has been consuming total all these hospitals for the last 3 years annually? Then we'll go to our budget. Mr. Chairman, we go to our budget, look at the budget for water that were being put in Kaberemaido Mulago Hospital. We pick that money automatically, and even next year, we budget for that money but put it on the vote of National Water, so that this story ends. So what we need, give us cubic volume of water this institution have been consuming annually for the last 3 years. We are going to look through the budget, the resource we have been budgeting for them, because these institutions, we budget for money, they don't remit, they divert. Worldwide, Chairman, and we can get our clerk, hospitals, military institutions are not disconnected or don't pay money for water and power. And we are going to do that in the Public Finance Management Act, that we budget that resource direct to power institution, we budget for that resource direct to water service facility. For now,
on my committee of COSASE, and these issues were raised, and we recommended, and even Parliament resolved, that this money be deducted on source by finance, and then finance send the money to National Water. I am just surprised that this resolution has not been implemented up to now. And I think this committee should see how it helps National Water to get this money. I wouldn't also buy the idea of tampering with VAT. When this money was given to these entities, and these entities diverted the money, and now we have this problem. Why can't we use the money that they have, and then we pay National Water at once? Chair, this one goes to the National Water.
Maybe the Mityana Hospital, 94 months without paying, accumulate the arrears in 94 months. There's the Kalisizo Hospital, 10 months. There's the Tororo Hospital for Honorable Kanya, 30 months. There's the Masaka Regional Referral Hospital, 17 months. Entebbe Regional Hospital, 37 months. Those are about close to 4 years. So when you look at the aging analysis, Honorable Chair, you see that really National Water needs to be supported. And we need to come up with a permanent solution onto this. It's not about talking about VAT. Those ones we can be corrected. Me, I was just submitting. I was giving my general overview. You don't need to bring here your things that so many VAT is not supposed to be done. I was giving my general overview as a person. It is you to debate about it. Thank you so much, Honorable Chair.
You already, your submission was protected as it was, so don't worry. We had Obiga,
including Prime Minister's office, really. There is state Prime Minister's office, how can they fail to pay water? Everything here, these committees that have merged should do everything, Chair, within their means to pay. Security, a country without security is a dead country. But you also know you can live without food, but you can't live without water. You can be taken to hospital and...
That we presented our issue of unpaid bills which are hampering us to run our services very well. I'm very happy with the way members of parliament reacted, the way we explored different options of how to solve this problem. Because you see, areas of ministries like Ministry of Defense, police and prisons are quite high. Although I still want to thank Ministry of Finance, which has really endeavored to pay those arrears. So we've been discussing with the committee how we can handle the whole issue of under budgeting, how these MDAs can budget properly, and also what mechanism we can put in place to make sure that this issue does not reoccur. Because entities like National Water, which work on a commercially and financially viable manner, they need to have assurance that when they bid, their services are paid for. And this is a system we have been discussing with members of parliament. You develop projects because you have money to finance them. So this non-payment, of course, has denied us enough cash to be able to finance these projects. But I think we are making good progress with the government. If the proposals we have given to them of making sure that there is adequate budgeting and also of making sure that there is a policy that ensures that when we give them services, we shall be paid for those services. If that policy is embraced, I think we should be able to be sure that we can extend services to all the Ugandans, those who have not got them.
So can you aggregate the figure?
Because we bill government 7 billion every month. That is 84 billion every year. If you multiply that by 10, that's 840 billion in 10 years. But the fact that the debt is not 840 billion, it is 100 billion, it means the government has been what? Paying, but paying less than what is being consumed. All those institutions, MDAs, have been paying everything that government gives them. So the question of you need to cut their money, there is no money you will cut because they have been paying everything that they get. The only thing you may want to do is maybe environment. To go and say this money which was meant for your travel, we are varying it so that it can pay for what? For water. And this is an arrangement you can manage within parliament because you are the one who appropriate finally. So when you get these budgets of these people, you can say, we see you are budgeted for this, you are budgeted for this, but you have not budgeted for what? The good news is the PSST normally asks them to make sure that utility bills have the first call.
When we had the committee of concessions, when we had the national water, all these things came out. And that was the recommendation which later Parliament resolved, that finance should get this money and take it back and give it to national water. And every entity budgets for water, Chair. There is no entity which does not budget for water, otherwise how do they operate? But they are just diverting the money to different things, and then we end up getting this huge amount of money in debts.
Information on Mr. Chairman, the information I want to give members. Normally,
now we have another serious issue. Women's concession is coming to an end soon. We owe them about 20 billion, and we don't have it now. So what is going to happen? Because they say if they don't get all their money, they will not hand over their what? Their assets. So that pressure is also going to come to us. Can we get all our money? So if we had been paid all our money, we would have the capacity to what? To pay.
So it is crucial that we look seriously on this issue so that we can be able to improve on service delivery. We can rest assure you that should we find it necessary during the exit meeting of the conversations with the other stakeholders, we will obviously invite you back so that the members can raise wrap-up issues and then we conclude.